Gay marriage has been the recent subject of divisive legal, political, and theological debate. In March 2013, the United States Supreme Court considered the constitutionality of two laws. California's Proposition 8 bans gay marriage, while the Defense of Marriage Act denies federal benefits to gay couples. Many religious groups have official positions on the subject of gay marriage, which often leads the media to depict a consensus of opinion within individual religious communities. However, each religious tradition contains a greater diversity of attitudes on the subject of gay marriage than the media accounts for. This documentary explores how one faith engages with the issue of gay marriage. The film aims to show a diverse range of views from the Mormon Church and their responses to gay marriage, challenging commonly held assumptions about what Mormons believe. The Mormon Church's official position is that marriage is a union between a man and a woman for the purpose of procreation. But church members should have a Christian obligation of love, kindness, and humanity towards all people. The Mormon Church launched a website called Mormons and Gays to outline this position. Despite this apparently unified point of view, practicing Mormons show a diversity of views and justifications for how they think about gay marriage. It is this internal diversity of voices within the Mormon faith tradition that we present here.
My name's Daniel. I'm an artist. I'm a graduate student at the School of the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and I grew up Mormon. I support gay marriage. I am gay married. I've been married for 3 years to a man. I'm not allowed to be a practicing member of the church and be married to my husband. The authority of the church, or the institution of the church, opposes gay marriage, but Mormonism is a lot bigger than the institution. And so I know Mormons who certainly support me and have a lot of loved ones who support me and support my marriage. Mormonism is more than just a church. Mormonism is more than just a religion. It's a way of life. And it for so many years, it was my way of life. I'm not practicing, so I don't live everything that the church would want me, the way the church would want me to live. I'm not a member of the church, but I still try to bring into my life what I learned as a Mormon, as a missionary. I try to, no, I don't try. I remember the things I learned as a missionary, and they're part of me still.
My name is Christine Hagland. I'm the editor of Dialogue, a journal of Mormon thought, and I grew up Mormon. I lived in Tennessee my whole life, and my mother is a convert to Mormonism from Catholicism. She was baptized when she was in college, and my father's family is Mormon for as many generations as there have been Mormons. I think that gay marriage should be legal, and I think with only a little bit of ambivalence that the church should bless gay marriages. One of the great theological strengths of Mormonism is that, in fact, it doesn't require reconciliation of all points of view. It is, in its essence, a religion born of asking questions and suspending paradoxes. It starts with a young boy rejecting the truth claims and authority claims of all the religions that he knows, and yet goes on to make very strong truth claims and strong claims about the authority of prophets to pronounce the will of God and the necessity of obeying those prophets. And so there's always this tension inherent in the individual relationship with God and the relationship with God as mediated through prophets and the institutional church. In a way, I think that facing these contradictions between my own deepest moral intuition and the teachings of the church is not an unfortunate blip in an otherwise placid faith life, but is in fact the essence of a Mormon religious life. It is the wrestle before God and the asking of questions that Mormonism demands.
My name is Kenneth. I'm a student at Tufts University studying international relations, and I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm a Mormon, and I'm from Taiwan. So while I do personally adhere to a definition of marriage as a traditionalist definition of marriage, I do believe that expanding the institution of marriage to be inclusive of same-sex couples could constitute good public policy. I feel that the institution of marriage, as it is now, is a big supporting factor in the construction and development of healthy local communities. And that way, I feel that, in terms of public policy, especially from the perspective of the government, expanding marriage, the institution of marriage, to be more inclusive, could lead to a number of, public good that would be in the interest of society. My church adheres very strictly. I mean, it adheres to the definition of marriage between a man and a woman. It's a strong proponent of marriage. That being said, I think that it's made clear on a number of occasions that there's no room for unkindness or cruelty. And so ultimately, I don't think it's a zero-sum game. I feel that with the challenges that we see in society that marriages and families are facing, I feel that, if anything, the institution of marriage and a strong family is, an issue that both straight and gay couples could, band together and try to address.
My name is Maura. I hail from Colorado. I'm a student, a sophomore here at Tufts University. My own view on gay marriage is that it should be allowed. My church's view on gay marriage simply fits with their definition that marriage is between a man and a woman only, so gay marriage therefore isn't allowed. The church's stance now, when they talk about homosexuals being part of our congregation, is that we are to be loving and accepting of those who are different than us, and I think that's a wonderful stance to have. That they still can't be married in our church, though, I think hangs some sort of shadow over whether that's an actual okay thing for them to be. And I have a hard time imagining God asking one of his children whom he loves or to deprive themselves of very human want, companionship. Being a gay member of the church really puts you between the hardest rock and a hard place. Because you're asked to choose between a spiritual belonging and community and fulfillment and an emotional belonging, and that you can be married to somebody whom you love. So for those people who have left the church, mainly on the basis of being homosexual, I can't say I blame them or find any reproach with them. It's a really hard choice to make.
My name is Grant Bennett. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as the Mormon Church. By occupation, I'm the president of an advanced materials company. We make metal matrix composites that are used in various electronic applications. The church teaches that there is a unique relationship between a man and a woman, and to be very specific, the church teaches that the God-given ability to procreate should only be used and exercised in a relationship between a man and a woman where there is a commitment to each other and to any children that may come from that relationship. But there are many, many other principles that in fact bear directly onto the idea of marriage. So, for example, the church teaches really above all that every human being is of equal value and of equal worth before God. My own view is that I seek to advocate a definition of marriage which is consistent with what I believe to be a fundamental principle, and with equal vigor seek to advocate for the elimination of any form of discrimination, of any form of homophobia, We believe marriage is between a man and a woman, and that respectfully we should be involved in advocating that position, and we should fully live with the result, meaning legally in Massachusetts, anyone of any religion and any gender can be married, and we fully respect that result. In other words, that's the result of a pluralistic democratic society addressing this issue, and we have made our contribution, and so we respect the result.